What was the best fight of 2024 in the UFC? What was the biggest war? What was the most entertaining fight? What fight did we have most fun watching? Well, today, okay, we go through that, we talk about that, we talk about what was the best fight of 2024, what was the best war, and we got a tier list to do. We got 5 tiers. We got good fight. Okay, by the way, all fights in this video will be good fights at the very least. Great fight, barn burner, war, and how are these guys alive? Okay, starting off with Sean Strickland versus Dricus Duplessis. This is going in barn burner. Okay, now this was a very close fight. It was a great fight. It was, you know, very high action, you know, high paced. There was no real like significant moments, if you know what I mean. There was no like moments of like, oh, someone getting rocked and, you know, like someone getting dropped, but like the entire time it was high paced, it was active, there was shit going on, and it was a fire fight. You know, the decision was controversial, you know what I'm saying, but it was a great fight, man. This was a barn burner. Great way to open the first pay-per-view of the year, want to finish it off. And yeah, next up we got Costa versus Robert Whittaker. Okay, now like I said, every fight on this tier list will at least be a good fight. This is one of them. Okay, Whittaker was just winning the majority of this fight in a decent fight. What, you know, put this fight on the tier list is the fact that, you know, Whittaker got rocked really badly. But that's kind of like Whittaker's whole thing, you know what I mean? Like, the guy will be dominating people but just get chinned randomly. It happened versus Cannon there as well. So, but yeah, this was a good fight, you know, nothing special, but it was an enjoyable watch, most definitely. Next up, yeah, versus Ortega. This is kind of the same situation. Okay, I think it's better than Costa and Whittaker, just purely, you know, it was a finish and it was a knockdown, not a wobble. But I think it ends up in the same tier either way. You know, fun fight. Ortega nearly got murked within the first minute. Okay, he got hurt real bad, but then he had a comeback, and we had Mark Goddard nearly strangling Brian Ortega to death at the end of the fight. So, you know, good fight. Once again, nothing special. We move on to Poirier versus Benoit. I was so happy. I was so blessed. My prayers were answered to see this absolute fucking fraud in Benoit Saint-Denis get put out. Okay, now this ain't going in barn burner because it was extremely low level. Okay, you may be thinking like, what, yo, that is Dustin Poirier, bro. This was the worst Dustin Poirier looked like in the past like 8 years. I can't think of when Dustin Poirier looked worse in a winning effort. Okay, and Benoit just isn't that good. He's been overrated his entire career. Zero defense on his part, jumping for guillotines, but that was kind of the charm of the fight, you know what I mean? It was kind of charming. I was a bit brain dead. Great fight, just kind of like low level, you know what I'm saying? Speaking about low level, we got Trevor Peek versus Charlie Campbell. Great fight. 2 artists going at it. Incredibly enjoyable watch. 2 artists just swinging for the fences. There's not much to complain about, you know what I'm saying? Next up, we move on to another. I'm gonna put in great. Brendan Allen versus Chris Curtis. Okay, now this was a great fight. I personally think that Chris Curtis was robbed. But you know, Brendan Allen being Brendan Allen just can't help but not get hurt and look shit in winning fights, even though I don't think he won, so fuck it. But you know, you even had the injury at the end, which adds to the fight, you know, even though it's kind of bullshit and got Brendan Allen the win. Just a great fight all around. Brendan Allen's like got really low fight IQ, so he only shoots takedowns when he gets hurt. And yeah, it was a great fight. Shit, next up, man, Come on there, come on there. We got Yuri Rakic. Absolute fucking war, okay? Rakic was trying to not make this be a war. Rakic wanted a pity-patty fight. Rakic wanted a fight similar to the Magomed fight. But Yuri wasn't allowing that. Yuri chatted his way through Rakic for fucking absolutely amazing fight, okay? This was insane. Yuri was getting battered, but he chatted his way through. Then you had Max Holloway versus Gaethje. Overrated as fuck, man. Get the fuck out of it, okay? It was a good fight. It was good, okay? Overrated though. Bro, listen to me real quick, okay? The fight was good, but it was just Max just schooled Justin the entire time. He just schooled him the entire time except from the 4th round. The KO was cool, but if we're speaking fight of the year, if we're speaking what was the best fight of the year, it was not this, okay? It was not this. Like, come on, man. All the fights above it were more enjoyable fights overall. This was not a fight of the year contender at all. At all. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. It's on the same level as Buckley and Rozabayev, okay? It's on the same level. Buckley, like, bro, that fight was cool. That fight was cool as hell, okay? Rozabayev was like this big 6'6" guy, whatever, right? And Buckley just keeps spamming takedowns, doing the Mike Tyson fucking peekaboo, just throwing big lumbering shots, okay? Come on now. Come on now. I'll tell you a fight that was better than Holloway versus Gaethje, because I'm sick of this fight getting overrated, so I'm dragging on it, okay? Islam versus Dustin, okay? This was a great fight, had great moments, okay? Dustin Poirier was a huge underdog going in. Put on a great effort. Was beating Islam at certain moments in the fight. Okay. This was great, and then, you know, he did go on to get, you know, finished, but this was a great fight. Then you had Gene Silva versus Drew Dober, which wasn't really a war, it was more just a beating. Drew Dober was just getting beat on. But it was very entertaining to watch. And yeah, Drew Dober kind of just beat him up. He beat him up really bad. The doctor tried to get involved. Nasty cuts everywhere. Gene Silva was just beating up Drew Dober, man. It was great to witness though, because, you know, Gene Silva's my boy. But this was extremely one-sided, which is why I can't go higher. But like, come on, bro. This was great. This was really entertaining to watch. Next up, by the way, this I've really thought this. I feel like since the Chandler and Gaethje fight, for some reason UFC's just been cursed that like we've not really got like any clear fight of the years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to think real quick about, like, you know, back in the day, like we had a clear like fight of the year, like Chandler Gaethje, Yuri, Glover, you know, Dustin, Hooker. You know, it's kind of clear, but ever since then, like, I feel like we've a lot of good and great fights, but we don't have a lot of wars. We don't have a lot of barn burners. We don't have a lot of like questions like, how are these guys still alive? Okay. This was just like, it was a great fight. It was a great fight. It wasn't. It was a good fight. Anyway, Barajo versus Cannonier. This is going in war. Okay. This was a war. Cannonier literally died at the end of this fight. Like, he died. He this man was murdered. Okay, I don't know how the guy's alive. One of the nastiest knockdowns like I've saw. Okay. Cannonier literally died at the end of this fight. Big up Barajo. Then we have, what's the Jamaican dude called? Ode Osborne versus Rodriguez, or Lady Boy, whatever his name is. Bro, what the fuck? What the fuck am I hearing? What the hell? Anyway, this was crazy. I thought Ode Osborne won though. Robbery. Okay. But yeah. What a fight. What a terrific display of Chadness. Zalhiba versus Ribovic. Okay. This was insane to witness. Absolutely fucking crazy. Zalhiba literally died in the third like multiple times. This was crazy. This was just a crazy fight. Watch this, bro. Watch this. Orabai Rebecca. How are they alive? Okay. Orabai, the caveman, Genghis Khan. You know, part of the Rachmaninoff family tree. Bro, this guy's fucking crazy, man. Okay, this guy's crazy. Rebecca did win. I want Orabai to win. Rebecca did win. But you know, Orabai fucking is cool. His eye was completely fucked up and he just refused to quit. Next up we got Onama versus Debutant. This was a great fight. This was a great fight. Both guys got hurt in the first. You know, third round was very fun. Great, but you'll notice, man, this year like hasn't had lots of like barn burners and wars. You know, I feel like this year overall hasn't been like one of the greatest for just like pure like wars and stuff. But these two are, in my opinion, the best fights of the year. Throw Yuri in there as well if you want. Throw Barajo. My fight of the year though is Adarobov. Yo, we're doing changes. There you go. There's your fight of the year.